Joker into the ring with them, going up against Hpark's Yoshi. So Joker Yoshi, we've gone 2 sets and we already have a Yoshi on the screen. Thanks, RJ.
Yep. Yeah, you already know there's some powers at work here, but
Mm.
nevertheless, this is one of those inevitabilities. Sharp breaking out any character really in bracket that they so choose. This time it is the Joker. They generally favor Wolf, but honestly, the parity that they have shown in these tournaments is nothing short of remarkable. I mean, the Sheik, the ZSS, the Cloud, we've seen them break out Sephiroth and do quite well in Wi-Fi brackets with them. At that, you got to think perhaps a little bit of practice for offline would be warranted as well. But I mean, no matter what the character, you got to be aware of that Yoshi down air. As powerful as it is, it can be avoided. Yeah, when it connects every single hit, though, you're taking, what, 30 plus points worth of damage.
Oh yeah. Okay, so setting up with the down throw, trying to get a read on what Hpark's DI habits are there, which is going to be really valuable. Although, with Arsene, this situation probably favors Yoshi. Joker's going to have to do quite a little bit to get this stock off the board if it's not going to be with a drag down smash or something like that. But
I mean, you need to
Hpark,
confirm into back air if you're not going to get Arsene back anytime soon. That seems to be the case. Obviously, you have some things that are going to be a little bit within your range of killing, but the DI from Hpark, it's just going to be regular old side B AI that winds up taking it. And interestingly enough, not off of the side, off of the top. And guess at 190, the range of kill percent moves that you have tends to increase a little bit.
I would suppose so. Now, really, it's that was like 40 points of damage, relatively unanswered for Sharp. Oh wow!
Oh,
and that's really just a veteran maneuver there, to be able to recognize that situation, not roll out of it, not get your shield broken. You're willing to take that damage because it means holding on to your stock.
I mean, you can tell that Hpark knows the general game plan here. It's not for a lack of effort that Sharp is neutralizing this, but yeah, they're getting a little bit desperate here. They're going for these power swings on the down B, but it's just not helping that Joker. Again, you have such good ground speed, top tier in terms of dictating the neutral, and it's looking like it. And you know, if you're at distance, you're trying to establish the egg, but Sharp has played a Wi-Fi Yoshi or two in their time. You got to bring just a little bit more than that. Back air is not going to kill at that percentage. However, you break out the knife, and you cut that second stock in half. Sharp taking only 52 points worth of damage. That whole stock, that is convincing. And again, Yoshi just having a tough time confirming this kill on Joker.
And I distinctly remember saying this looked good for Yoshi about 2 stocks ago, and that's really a credit to the adaptations that Sharp has made in that time. Only taking about 60% worth of damage, meanwhile putting easily 3 times that much onto their opponent. And the one thing I want to say is that there has not been a single down B that has really done what Hpark wants it to do. And there it is again. The more you use the down B, especially if it doesn't connect, the more you use that move, the worse it gets. And I'm not talking about stealing. I'm talking about your opponent knowing that it's coming and seeking it out, and you're just putting yourself in a bad situation.
Yeah, and now as you're sitting there in your last stock, you haven't taken a single stock off of Joker. You're sitting there at 170. It was from pillar to post, Sharp's game to lose. Staying tranquilo and taking a hold of their destino in that one. That is going to be 1-0. A 3 stock for one of the premier Wi-Fi players. This player, Sharp, who was ranked in the top 10 in New England, and I think #1 in Rhode Island, if I'm not mistaken. But Yeah, and this not a bad player offline. You got to think with all the practice that they've gotten on Wi-Fi, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with when offline comes back. But how does their range of characters that they're able to employ translate to something like offline where specialization is so heavily emphasized? And as we go to the cloud, interestingly enough, one of the Yoshi's worst matchups.
Now this is just mean. Um, with how with how with how Sharp was using Joker's grounded movement in game one to really avoid things like the Yoshi ground pound. Um, it's just gonna really compound the problems for Hpark with the switch to the Cloud, because Cloud is able to play such a really strong, like arguably even stronger than Joker, such a strong grounded and low aerial game, that it really is gonna make Hpark's life hell.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Hpark, you kind of have to be asking yourself, what in the world did I do to deserve this? And, well, what you did was you couldn't confirm a stock off of the Joker. So now they get to break out the Cloud on you, and kind of free matchup practice for you, I suppose. But the unfortunate part is you might only be getting one game's worth, especially if you can't get a kill off this thing.
Right. And one thing that might work in Hpark's favor here is that, like, you do have to make a little bit of adaptations for Sharp in terms of just switching to a new character. Now, I don't know how Sharp warms up. I don't know what sort of matchup experience they have with the Cloud versus the Joker. I'm sure it's pretty substantial on both sides, but that's okay. Right there. That's the first down B that's connected. So already some good things for Hpark here in this game too.
And now, if you're oh man, if you're this Yoshi, you're having trouble already getting in on Cloud, where they can neutralize so much of your offense with just a simple nair, and you're kind of stuck in a few frames of animation with a lot of the moves that you do to contest Cloud at range. It's so hard to figure out the timing of this one, and you can tell because some of the best Yoshis in the world have always struggled with swords. It's just the nature of the matchup, and even though you don't have really a bad stage, all of your ills come from the fact that, yeah, this character just suffers against anything that specializes in swinging a giant stick, and the sticks don't come much larger than the Cloud Strife is holding.
Well, if you said that maybe 4 years ago, that might have been true, but I don't know. There's some crazy ass DLC characters in this game now.
I mean, one of. You know, I didn't say it was.
Okay.
It didn't say the superlative. I'm just saying, you know,
Sure,
it's out
sure.
there. Either way, though, yeah, this is a rough go of it for Hpark. Gets in the nair, however, that 3-frame nair that is so vital for implementing Yoshi's rushdown game. But this is Sharp. At the very least, you piled on a little bit more damage than you did last game. So you have a shot at just getting something off of nair if you're able to chase Cloud off of the stage. But oh my gosh, that slamming forward air is absolutely brutal. Eventually, you catch him with the down B. There you go, Hpark.
That feels so freaking good. Okay, that doesn't feel so good, but parry down B has got to be one of the most satisfying things you can pull off against a Cloud as Yoshi. There's a lot that I'm liking up from Hpark in this game. Like, really, Sharp is not being like as in-your-face aggressive as Cloud kind of has the license to be. But Sharp has really spent a lot of the game at range, charging limit, and like waiting for Hpark to make a mistake. And to Hpark's credit, they haven't really fallen into that trap very much. They're not drifting in that much. They're using Yoshi's aerial speed to play defensive and to answer that call. But things like that are going to get you killed pretty much every time. I did say for the most part they haven't fallen into the traps.
Yeah, but now this could be Sharp's moment to finish this one off. I mean, for someone who has had such a celebrated career online, certainly wouldn't be the biggest one, as valiant an effort as Hpark has
wow,
been
what a
putting
catch.
up, but the blade beam to finish it off. That's just rude, Sharp. But then again, Sharp, about as ingobernable as they come. 2-0 to the